Oh, it's still going on. Oh, it's live now. Okay, hello. I got the camera working, but just to make sure, everybody, you can hear me, right? Uh, just give me a second, Okay, so just okay. I'm back now. Okay, here. So today will be the perseverance lots, like you know. So basically, it's gonna launch. It's gonna land in around 12. Well, it's gonna start landing around 12:55 a.m. So we're gonna start landing at 12:55 a.m. So first, it's going to Okay, but maybe I'll just talk if you I'm gonna be talking about the 7 minutes of terror, like I kind of did before, because this will be like the events on here when it comes around 12:55. You will just I'll be explaining the events when it's landing. So basically, number one, the, you can see it has a Let me see. Okay, so basically perseverance, right? You can see it, right? Basically, the perseverance rover is right here. When it lands, this rover land, it's like in a capsule form kind of, and then when it comes down, it's in like a thing that looks like a capsule. And once in a capsule, it has some solar panels. Then you're gonna ditch them. Then after that, just any comments? Oh, thank you. Thank you for watching my video. But anyway, I'll just continue. I'll just talk about this for people. Maybe if any people didn't watch it, so I'll just tell it to them. So anyway, it's gonna land when it lands. Okay, anyway, hold on. I just so there's the solar panels. Now they get ready to heat seal. So once you come there, you're gonna be over 12,600 miles per hour. Okay, good. Okay, so when it lands, you land at around the temperature when it coming so fast at 12,600 miles per hour. So the heat will generate is around 1,500 degrees, 1,500 degrees centigrade. And one video I accidentally said 3,000 degrees Celsius, but it's actually 1,500 degrees Celsius. I just made a mistake in that video, but yeah. Okay, no comments. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. No questions. But anyway, then it started landing, and then when it's okay, and now but for this process will take a few minutes. So and then after the main atmosphere is coming, even after it's still but the reason generate 1,000 5,000 degrees centigrade heat, because it's going 12,600 miles per hour. Even though the atmosphere is 1% of it on Earth, it still generates that amount of heat. Okay, and okay, so okay, now it's completed that. Now it's gonna deploy the parachutes. Deploy the parachutes, and after just a tiny bit after that, just a very tiny bit, like maybe 10 seconds roughly, they're gonna deploy the heat shield. And yes, but this is a really cool part starts, because on here they'll have a camera when they deploy the parachutes, so we can see when they deploy the parachutes. And in the before mission they didn't add it, but now we can have it. But we can also hear it also. So once we can also hear it land because you're gonna have two microphones. So it'll be a really cool landing. Nope. No more comments. Okay, good. And it'll be really cool land. Okay, so once it deploys the parachute, it and it's did that. Then they after a few seconds deploy the heat shield because we don't need a heat shield anymore. Just extra weight, so they drop it. So after this, the Perseverance gonna use a new system. The system is they're gonna use cameras to they're gonna take pictures of every single possible thing to land on, and then they can land on, and they'll just using that. The before mission used like a different system, but this uses like before they use some different system like radar. And sorry, not radar, but it uses a different system. It doesn't use cameras actually. I mean, combined with those other systems, but it's still gonna be using it. But yeah, and then also in cameras we can see how it lands when it comes down, and then after that, after they deploy the heat shield, after they deploy the heat shield, I mean, we're actually a little past that, but they deploy the heat shield. Oh yeah, 4 people watching, yeah. Okay, they deployed it. Yeah, okay. And then after that, some rocket booster gonna ignite, and it's out of its capsule looking thingy, and then it's out of a capsule, and then it out of a capsule, and then it looks like NASA calls the sky crane. So then it drops, and like the part rover drops, but it also drops with some rocket boosters. So when it drops, it's more accurately a sky crane, but when it drops, it ignites the booster. But when it's around about time, when it's about to land, actually a little before like kind of around 30 seconds before they land, they're actually going to they're going to like extend it and make it around a 20 feet distance, and they're gonna release the cables. Now, I mean, when I say release the cables, I don't mean cut the cables, but I mean like they activate the cables, you could say. Yeah, here for example, I have this whiteboard. I'll just draw one image on it. So okay, this is very not the best image, but I'm just trying to get like kind of you can understand what I mean. This is just and then the Perseverance is right here. So basically, I have this whiteboard. You can hopefully see it. I think so, right? Oh, you can't see it. But anyways, you can see. So it looks like the cables you see in that drawing right there I made. I'm just erasing now. But those cables, they before those things were like next to it, but now they expand. Now they kind of now it's like now they made it the thing you can. I think you understand. If you don't understand what I mean, please comment. But I'm thinking you can understand. I think you understand what I meant. But just tell me if you didn't. Okay, I don't see any comments. Okay. How to explain this? So basically, they had a rocket. You see this image right now. The Perseverance right there. You see on your screen right now, right? On top of there's some rocket on top of there, actually on an angle actually, but there's some rocket boosters on there, and then like rocket boosters and like in the frame of the rocket boosters, there's some frame that are holding up the rocket boosters. They had some cables, and it had some cables, and then they separated okay, better way to say it is basically they increased the distance between the rover and the rocket boosters by extending the cable, as I say. I think you understand now, but they extended the distance. No comments, straight. I mean, no questions on my part. So, and they extended distance. Just a don't this thing will come back soon. Just give me a second. Just I'll just try to fix it. I'll be back. Okay, good. We're still live. Great. Okay, good. We're all good. And okay. Okay. Looks like we have the internet back again. No more questions. So if you had any question about that portion, actually, okay. Okay, so basically, okay, I'm just trying to fix maybe one more time better. Okay, and then here, and here was actually, well, I use this image. This image can probably fit better on perseverance. Okay, hold on. Just checking if you can see it. See the thing is, those are rocket booster and perseverance will be somewhere around here. Yeah, so perseverance is there, and you can it was like this before, but now they extended some cables. Hold on, this marker is going to be black actually. But now you can see two black. You can see those two black lines. Those are now cables. So those cables are now holding it like this. Yeah, good. So those cables are now holding like that. So and then when it cuts down, when it comes down, the velocity is around 3 miles per hour. And then when it's 3 miles, and then when it touches the ground, they release the cables. And when I mean release the cables, I mean like cut off the cables, release them, and then the jetpack basically, or maybe the water rocket booster, it flies away in the distance and then it explodes. Because that thing doesn't have any scientific experiment, it just happened to land, so they don't need it anymore because they already landed. And then mission success, and we landed on Mars. Yay! But if anyone has any questions about that, anyone has any questions about that thing, you can just put it in the chat, a live chat actually, should say. Hey, 5 people watching now. Okay, good. Okay, so, but now I'll be guessing I'll be talking about perseverance because because probably a few of you have any questions about perseverance. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat. But okay, okay, this is okay. So this, but so basically yeah, okay, so if you have any questions, please put it in the chat about the perseverance or really any space things, but yes, but you saw that picture on the NASA's footage. They show you a picture of the like a dog with a card, right? basically what that was, I'm assuming maybe one or two of you have a question about that. Basically, kind of like quite a bit of time ago, 1 month ago, 1 year ago, sorry. They NASA added a hard drive of a lot of people's name, you can just enter in, you put your name, and then NASA and your name comes with the Perseverance rover. And yeah, so that was that image you saw was just. What if you have any I don't see any questions, but if you have any questions, please put in it. If you have any questions, please put in the chat. Otherwise, then. Okay. So, okay. You see telecom right there. Telecom is like basically what it sounds like. Maybe one of you have a question about telecom. It says right there. Telecom is basically communications, basically. Whenever you see anything calm on it, like NASA usually like a form of communication. So yes. So it's called a 7 minutes. There is two answers I have to this, but see, basically, first of all, if you mean how many minutes until it reaches surface of Mars now, like starting right now, or do you mean like how many more minutes? How many minutes once it reaches Mars to land? Because if when it's gonna land, starting from now, it's gonna land at around 12, around basically 12:25 a.m. PST time or Pacific time. So if you live maybe like in the middle of the U.S. United States, it'll be a 1:25, and in the Florida or some reason like that, it'll be around 2:25. And yes, and yeah, and here's the parachute, and that's the rocket booster I'm talking about right now, and those are the cables deploying it. This is not happening now. This is just a simulation because it's gonna happen soon though. And all of these are just a simulation and predictions of altitude and Mach, like the Mach speed. Mach speed is the speed. 1 Mach is the speed of sound, so that is it. And this is the camera system. You can see the pointing little laser beams, I guess you can say. Those are the cameras that are looking for these things. But I seem to have no more questions. Okay, how far is it now from Mars? So basically, it is pretty much at Mars. Basically, if it's gonna land at 12:25 and the rocket travels around once it's traveling around 12,600 miles per hour, and it'll take 1 hour, so it's around it's gonna take less, maybe for 40 minutes is less than 12,000. If it takes 40 minutes, it's gonna be around under 12,000 miles away, basically. After a pretty long trip. The farthest distance between you might have a question about the rocket that launches. I know one of you probably has a question about when it's gonna launch and all that stuff. So not when it's gonna launch. What rocket launched it. So it's a Delta 541, and the 5 stands for 5-meter fairing, 4 stands for 4 solid rocket boosters, and 1 stands for 1 engine on the first stage. Second stage. Sorry, second stage. So basically, they're looking for life on Mars. So that's where they're landing. I may not be able to pronounce probably Jorero correct. Yeah, definitely not pronounced correctly. But landing that crater because NASA thinks that it's previous lives have existed on there. Let's check. No more questions? What are going to do? Basically science experiments, but also they're going to do one more thing. They're going to do the first powered flight on another body. They're basically bringing Ingenuity. Basically, it's a mini helicopter underneath the rover. So once the rover will back up, and they're gonna launch that helicopter. It's really interesting because, like I told you before, maybe not over there, but basically the atmosphere is only 1% of Earth, so it's gonna be really because helicopters and all this stuff need air, like some atmosphere to fly on. So when they need atmosphere, but the atmosphere is only 100 over 100 times less. It's gonna be very hard. So that's why if you find it, any picture of Ingenuity, is you can see those propellers are really long, and two really long propellers, I guess, actually, and it's really light. But okay. Let's see, any questions? Yeah. Other than that, science experiments like a new drill, but also one more thing they're actually gonna do is they have like a new drill, upgraded drill, since Curiosity, so you drill into the, so you're gonna, when it drills, it's gonna drill and it's gonna store the samples for nobody, so no contamination basically. And in 2026, another rover is gonna be sent there, collect the samples, and it's gonna have a mini rocket there to send it, and then in orbit, and a rocket to send it in not orbit, but out of in the space again. And then once it's in space, okay, currently what you're seeing now is NASA showing that they're doing some safety things, but for COVID, for the virus that's hit COVID-19. And okay, oh, I think I missed a few questions. How long will the helicopter last? That is, they're hoping for like at least a few flights, but it's not, no, because it's probably a high estimate matter. Because for example, like somebody other things, like they said they're gonna maybe last for 90 days only on Mars, but turns out it actually turns out it's still lasting for like for honestly the opportunity, NASA planned it to only last for 90 days, but it lasts until 2018, from around 2008. I'm pretty sure 2008. So yeah, so basically it's probably gonna be way more than a few flights though. How far can the camera see on the Mars rover? When you mean that, do you mean like, because there's gonna be cameras on the rover and on the capsule looking thing I saw before? So I guess that answers your question. And how much did they spent $1.5 billion on this project? Or exactly, but that might seem a lot, because $1.5 billion is an insane amount. I mean, $1.5 billion is a lot, but compared to the government, like the NASA, how much money the government spends in a year, in a day, is around $10 billion, and that was taking an estimate from 2018, and this is 2018. $10 billion in one day, or otherwise you can spend, or the U.S. government can spend 10 of these rovers in a single day. Yeah. These cameras are 20 megapixels. So you can see pretty far. You can see the surface of Mars. How fast can you go? The helicopter fly? It's a very slow thing. It's very slow. It's maybe around it can maybe fly around. It can speed is around. It can maybe go a few. It will go around maybe 4 or 5 miles per hour top speed. So yes, so I think that answers all the questions. No more questions, right? No questions. Let's see. It's 11:42 now. So in exactly, so no, a little over and definitely. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, in a little over an hour, we're going to land the rover. So just I'll be back in less than a second. Just going to. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's fixed and nothing more. No more questions. Other than that, no more questions. I'll just yeah. If you have any questions, please put in the chat because I can always answer them. But you can. Hold on, maybe. Yeah, maybe provide more internet. Okay. Height is 191 feet. Um. Oh. No. God, this is some problem. Oh no, this is some problem. Big problem. All the days are bad, and this is is it you can you able to hear me? Okay, you can hear me. That's great. Oh, hold on, you can hear some echo. What are is it my voice a little glitchy or is it perfect? Oh, perseverance is around the size of a car, around the BMW, around the height of BMW 328i. Well, I mean, actually a little taller than the BMW 328i. Exact height, I'm not actually sure about that. Okay. Okay, everything seems to be great now. Good now. And how do I have 4 likes and only 3 people watching? Okay, that's good. But anyway. Oh, 4 people watching. That makes sense now. The last question I don't know, but I'll just try to find the answer. So Perseverance is 2.2 meters tall. Five people watching, yay! Okay, so basically the landing is not happening yet. It's the landing only takes 7 minutes. It's happening around 12 around the 12:50 reason. So then 12:50 reason will start at, so maybe basically in an hour basically. But I don't seem to have any more questions. Uh, so yes, so I guess that's the answer. Yes, that's your answer. Okay. Any more questions, please in the chat. Oh, 24 subscribers! Yay! I'm going up. So yeah, it's gonna. So yeah. Hold on, let's put in chat. Okay, 12. No, it's a coin. So basically, the Deep Space Network is like this group of basically if any question about the Deep Space Network, which I'm assuming that probably a few you have. A Deep Space Network is like a group of a lot of radio telescopes. It's like a big group of radio telescopes, and radio telescope what does exactly sound like radio telescope. They send radio. They receive and send radio. I mean, a radio telescope receives and but like the opposite of telescope, basically a radiometer. I guess a radiometer. Basically, yes. Okay. So okay. And I don't have any more questions. So just okay. Let's 2:15. Okay. Oh, 3 people watching. Yeah. Okay, so if you have any questions, please put in chat. But I feel like quite a few people left and re-enter in. So does anyone have? Yes, I'll be showing. I think you mean like I think you're saying that is it gonna show us landing, and yes, it's gonna show us. It's gonna show us. We can see when it lands. Yes, I'll sort of the landing portion with all the cameras, not the animation, the actual landing with all the cameras. There'll also be some animation because we can like have a. I mean, there won't be much animation here though. There might be an animation before the launch, like this animation right here, but there's gonna be no animation after the after it. Basically, when the landing is gonna see all the cameras, the new cameras they have, and the new and you add two microphones, and you have cameras when the parachute deploys, cameras once the heat seal deploys, and like it'll be everywhere, and it'll look pretty cool because last mission we didn't had any of these things, so now we have them. So basically, what this is what you see now. This is the only part of 7-minute terror I forgot to mention. Excuse me, but yeah, the Curiosity didn't have the cameras. Now Perseverance has the cameras, and these cameras are 22 times better. The Curiosity cameras were around 1 megapixel. Perseverance is actually 22 megapixels, 22 times better cameras. It's really, those photographs are gonna look nice. Okay, so this is basically kind of what a this is the view we're gonna see kind of when deploy the parachute. I'm sorry. This is like basically when they deployed the heat seal, that was the view you could have saw. Basically, view you saw. So you saw 1%. That 1% isn't me, isn't it? To be fair, it is gonna honestly land at around 1250, but yeah, mainly because it's gonna land at 1250. Yeah, so there's 23 cameras. Oh, two cameras and Ingenuity. That would be some. That would look pretty cool. Like the Ingenuity could fly up, and then they could take a picture of Perseverance. Oh, nice. Two people watching. That's one person, me, and a random other person. Is the helicopter also solar powered? It's nuclear powered actually. So basically, a helicopter is gonna come whenever it runs on the battery. You can come back to the Perseverance rover, and you're gonna charge from there. And the Perseverance uses 2 plutonium-238 of fuel source to actually powers it. It uses around 4 pounds of plutonium-238 per generator, and there's 2 generators, so around 8 pounds of plutonium. But this plutonium has a half-life of around 82.3 years, so this rover could last for quite a long time. Because the half-life is almost 82.3 years. But I don't think we'll be using it for 82.3 years. But if any of you have questions about half-life is basically when a radioactive substance will add around a half point of when it's gonna add half point around, because radioactive substance release ionizing radiation. So because it slowly releases, so it's currently gonna get smaller and smaller, right? So so basically half of it will be gone in around 82.3 years. What is the temperature of Mars? Most people think the temperature of Mars is actually very hot, but it's actually very cold at around minus 70. But the hottest temperature ever recorded, ever in the history, well, of us recording it, is around 56 degrees Fahrenheit on the hottest point of Mars. But average is around minus 70 to minus 50. No more questions. Good. Oh, good. 4 people watching today. Is Oh no, there is barely any wind. There's barely any wind. Like it's like you can never have like a hurricane or tornado on Mars. Just like as I said before, there's only 1% of the atmosphere on Earth is there on Mars. So because this 1%, there's just not enough to do a hurricane or a anything. It's just not enough. The worst hurricane ever happens every 5 years is roughly less than a class. It's around 30 miles per hour. I mean, yes, 30 miles per hour is quite a strong wind, but that's the most in 5 years. And we averagely like in the place I live, like it's quite high. That's like not that much X. Not that much because it's not gonna blow over the rover. Like I mean, gonna send dust flying everywhere, but because but it's not going to like tip over some yeah. But you mean how much is it? I think you're saying about how much does it weigh. So I think you're talking about Perseverance, not Mars, but Perseverance weighs around 100 kilograms heavier than Curiosity, around the size and weight of a car. A car, it's like a small car. It's around 1,000. It's around 1,500 kilograms for Perseverance, that is. And Curiosity was 1,400 kilograms, but Curiosity landed, not Perseverance. I don't see any more questions. So okay, but if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. I can always answer it. So yes. You none of you have questions. So it has been quite a bit of time since I started talking about more the rover. So I'll just be talking about basically what's new with Perseverance. So Perseverance is gonna be like you might think like a slightly updated version of Curiosity, but it's not. It's a very extremely more updated. The cameras are 22 times better, like I said before. I've listened many times, but before basically. Okay, everything's good. Basically, and also there's going to be more science experiments that will quite improve drill, which is going to store the samples for basically maybe some contamination might happen, so store the sample for safekeeping. Like basically, the landing crater thing have water and water equals life, so they're gonna do that stuff. They're gonna look for life, look for life on Mars, and just look at all this and look at like improved drill, improved camera, and also it's like the cameras are 22 times better, which is quite a lot. We can have pretty good pictures, and the science experiment they're really improved. Like they're gonna have like they're basically the laboratory basically. On Curiosity they had like a thing is they can study the things on the Curiosity. They examine it like the drills will be better, and also the science experiments have improved quite a lot. There are not many different science experiments, and also one more thing that's improved that it's hold a lot of people's name. I guess that is not really an improvement, but like they hold a lot of people's names, so I guess that's something better, I guess, out of Curiosity. But anyway, so yes, it's extremely better. I mean not betterly. I mean better. It's very better. Out of 1 out of 10, how good is it? I'm thinking like. Okay, so I think thinking. Well, I give it 9 out of 10 because there's one. I mean, it's always. I'm giving it 9 out of 10 because there's always can always improve over. You can always improve basically. So 9 out of 10. Okay, there's. Okay, so just take some water and so if any of you 3 people who are currently watching have any questions, you can put it in the chat. Oh, hold on, I'll just one. We're just another sip of water. Perseverance is the better rover. NASA. It's basically Perseverance is better, and NASA is the one who made this rover. This very complex rover. So currently we're around we're currently around 55 minutes until 55 minutes until it begins the 7 minutes of terror. That's something I'm really on the miss. So, but like, maybe we can take this time because like it's gonna launch in quite a bit of time. So you can maybe this time maybe share it to your friends and maybe like this video. That would mean a lot to me. So yeah, thank you if you do it. But if you have any questions or maybe like comments, please put in the chat. So this 7 minute of terror. Yes, 7 minute terror is for anything that lands with the rover. And you can now see a perseverance. You had a question before. I mean, I answered a question about the size. But it's like a size comparison, kind of. Basically the size of a car. So this is around 2.2 meters tall. Compared to an average, almost height of an average person. Actually is a little under the average height for a person, but well, I think so. But yeah, you can see that drill right there. You can see the camera. That's the drill. They just zoomed in. That's the drill, and then you can see that the big tall part is the cameras. What? Why is the 7 minutes here? Where? Because I call it 7 minutes here because, well, first of all, no, this is completely automated. No humans are involved in 7 minutes here because it takes 20 minutes to them send a signal. They're like impossible for them to control it. It has to be completely done by computers, and this is a really scary part of 7 minutes of terror because they have to completely do it by themselves. So it's really scary. Yeah. Oh. Sweet. More water. Yeah, you just saw the average temperature right there's minus 64 degrees, but the coldest temperature ever recorded was around a minus 140. But average temperature is minus 163, but it's averagely between minus 70 and minus 60. So yeah, but the average temperature is minus 63. But it's not uncommon to see around go from minus 70 to minus 60. Or sometimes minus 50, but it's really common to see go from minus 70 to minus 60. Yeah. Okay, so how big is the rover? So you just saw that compared to a person. So it's 2.2 meters tall. So I guess that answers your question. 3 people are watching, so those 3 people will be of course. 7, 6, 6, and that might be on me, I guess. But okay, so did Elon Musk help in this? No, Elon Musk did not help in this project. It was completely by NASA and ULA. ULA launched a rocket, and NASA built the rover. The reason NASA didn't contact Elon Musk is the reason I'm thinking is because basically would have to use they have to use their Falcon Heavy rocket, but they would have to not land the first stage. So I'm assuming that's the reason they're not doing it, because they didn't contact, because in order to reach Mars, I think that has to distance first, not be able to land its first stage. So I think that's probably the reason they didn't contact SpaceX for this mission, because yeah. Oh, 5 people watching. Yay. So if any of you 5 people have any questions, please put it in the live chat. But anyway, because more people are coming back here, so let's talk about the entire let's talk about the 7 minutes of terror again. So basically, the 7 minutes of terror is basically how this basically 7 minutes of terror is when the Perseverance rover. This one you can see now. Hold on, you can see it. Right? Yeah, you can see now how this land. So basically first, when you just saw you just saw quite a little bit before, it's in a capsule, and then and capsule it first did the solar panel on the capsule, and then it okay, so after it's in the solar panel, it comes down, and it's traveling 12,600 miles per an hour, so quite a lot of heat. So it's currently but it's a little fun to think, but it's actually going around 3 to 5 miles per an hour. So basically, in this system I'm talking right now, it could have easily been 15 miles or something like that in that small sentence, I think. So. Okay. Okay. Then hold on. Let's just do that properly. Yeah. Okay. Good. So now when it comes down, 4 people watching. So basically it's started coming down, and then it basically 12,600 degrees. Traveling to that, because even though atmosphere is 1% thick, it still generates 1,500 degrees Celsius heat, which is a lot. So it'll easily melt metal on it. So they add a heat seal. So once after a few minutes, it would fall in with the heat seal. Then once they don't need any heat seal anymore, they deploy the parachutes, and they would have a camera right there recording when it opens the parachute. Okay, so hold on. So then it records the parachute opening, and then it opens the heat seal, and when the heat seal opens, and then you have cameras there recording there, and also be microphones recording the entire thing, but and two microphones. But anyway, it releases the parachute, and it deploys the heat seal. But a little before they deploy the around a minute, I forgot to mention this thingy, but around a minute before they deployed the parachute, they Perseverance started like turning themselves to land in the crater. Like they have mini rocket boosters, while they have RCS thruster or rotational control system. So just turn them a little on the other side, and then but I only have one question. They don't have any radiance or any helicopters to the moon. Well, because the moon has no atmosphere, so it'll be impossible to launch a helicopter. I mean, fly a helicopter. But anyway, back to it. So after that, they deploy the parachutes, and then they deploy the heat shield because they don't need it anymore. And now there's gonna be cameras there. We're gonna record it and see it there when they see it land. Also, you're gonna have cameras record. Also, the Perseverance are gonna use those cameras to find a good landing spot in Johar crater. Reason Johar crater is because NASA used to think there maybe was water there, and water equals life, so they could find life there. And this is the main purpose of this mission, to find life to try to find past evidence of life or past life on Mars. You don't have any more questions? Okay. Anyway, so now they do that. I'll just draw the picture of Sandra because this will be very hard for some people to understand. So let's draw a little picture to maybe help you understand it. So basically, okay, but this is what you can probably understand. So basically, after you do that, the capsule part looking at this, and now now this is the part you may have a little difficulty understanding what I'm saying. So I'm just draw a little picture to maybe help you say it. Okay, so I completed it. It's not the best, but okay, so this is just a cardboard cutoff. You have got a pair. Oh, sorry. Yeah, right here. So basically, here, this is the part I'm calling, but it's called a sky crane. It attached to here, but then after it's come around very close, around 100 meters to Mars, they extend the cable. So they extend the cable, and they extended the cable. So now attached like this. Oh, hold on. Yes, sorry. Now attached like this. So now when it's attached like this, and then once it reaches the surface of Mars, they cut the cables, and now this jetpack thing, well, basically sky crane, but it's pretty much a jetpack actually. It releases and then it crashes somewhere far away, probably around 500 meters away from the a Perseverance rover. So that just sums it up for around the thing, the 7 minutes of terror, which we will see happening around 40 minutes. Just one more person just started watching. So hello, the other person who just started watching. Hello. So if you have any questions, you can please put it in the live chat. And yes. Okay, but anyways, now I'll be talking more about the Perseverance rover. So, well, I guess I said it's quite a lot actually, but basically, I should actually talk about more about Johar crater. I can't pronounce that properly, but Johar crater. I'm definitely not pronouncing it correctly, but anyway. So Johara crater was a crater on Mars, obviously, but basically people thought it used to be a part before there was life on there, and life on there. Well, NASA thinks was water, and water equals life. So yes, and this entire mission is to find the Perseverance. Entire mission is to find water. I mean not water. Sorry, I mean life, because a past life or current life. Probably Perseverance probably gonna find past life, but not current life, because it's Mars is minus 63 hours, but minus 60 to minus 70. So there's like no way you can find it, but so and now okay, so anyway, so the hair crater was picked because it was like kind of like an okay sized crater. I mean okay sized crater, but because that crater, because they have a, because they don't, because Perseverance don't know exactly like between like the exact meter or like maybe exact decimeter, but a decimeter is 10 meters, but they don't know like the exact location of launch. So you have around like a 0.4 kilometer radius. I mean sorry, 0.4 mile radius. So and the crater, the crater is quite bigger than that, but they want NASA want to land in Pacific section of the crater, which is around 0.4 miles in radius, well 0.5 miles in radius. But they so that's why they're landing here, because of size. Just look at that. Okay, um okay, so now once in the crater, they study for life, and like they use a drill, they get some samples, they put it in the sample storing bill, and they do some research also on that thingy, like they did on Curiosity, but with improved instruments, and like also they kind of store it more safely until like 2026 another robot comes there, collects the samples, and then they get the samples, and then they and that rover will have a mini rocket on it, which is sent into orbit, not in orbit but in Martian orbit, not in Martian but basically in space, basically where another satellite can come there, connect to there, send the samples to there. Well, they're not actually going to connect, but you're going to do something pretty cool. Basically going to be around maybe 500 meters over, not 500 meters, sorry, around 50 feet away, and then they're gonna send samples. They're gonna shoot the samples at it, but at 50 feet away, and then shoot the samples on there, and then the orbiter gonna catch it, and then in there, and then the orbiter. I'm sorry, not the orbiter, the satellite sends it to Earth, and we study on it, and then we celebrate. After we celebrate it, then we study it, actually. So basically, there's gonna be 23 cameras in total. 2 of them are gonna be Ingenuity, so 21 rovers, 21 cameras in total. But not on the Perseverance rover, but minus one extra one for the parachutes. Around 22 cameras actually. But I mean, sorry, it's not 22 cameras, sorry, but around 20 cameras and 3 other cameras for other stuff, So, okay, so, okay, so there's quite a big difference. First of all, the Munglin missions, they were an orbiter. They just sent things around Mars, but oh, hold on, I think you can hear echo. Maybe that's better. Okay, so. And also, and this is the rover we're gonna land on Mars. This Munglet doesn't have the 7 minutes of terror because they're orbiting Mars. But they're gonna land on this and do all those crazy stuff, and all the crazy stuff. So that's the main difference between Mangala and that one. One person watching. That one person will be me, isn't it? Because I have one more device opening to this. So yeah, that's me. My little. Oh, I'll just put. Okay, so okay, land at 12:50. Let's see, any more people joined in? Nope, still that one person. But I guess thank you for an extra two subscribers after this. Okay, you're welcome. But yeah, there's nobody here. There is nobody here. Yeah, it says 0 people are watching. Wait, then why do I hear an echo of that saying it? And oh, okay, 1 people are watching now. So Mars is at the closest around 140 million miles, while at the farthest is 580 million miles. So does that answer your question? So 2 people are currently watching now. Okay, that's good. Okay. That's a drop out. 2 people are watching now. Good. You okay? So basically, oh, okay. Anyway, so Miss I what do you call it Mars 2020 when they they launched the Mars rover in 2020, but it didn't arrive at Mars in Mars. It's 2021 and it's arriving at Mars in 2021. So yeah, rover and why do you mean rover and Mangla? What do you exactly mean by that? Could you how close are they into orbit? Because around the Martian orbit, it's around they usually orbit around 138 miles. So yes, but or what do you mean? Like they're very close in technology? Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything living now, but I do think there was people. I do think there was life before, like past life. But now that Mars is -70, yeah, not anymore. Oh, a third person watching. Okay, good. If any of you had any questions, please you can just put in the comments. Sorry, live chat. Missing some water now. So it took us 7 months to reach it. So it took Perseverance 7 months to reach it. So yes. Okay. So it took 7 months to reach it. So that answered your question. But for usually any space mission Mars, it usually takes between 6 to 9 months. This rover took 7 months to reach it. But yeah. And no more. You have, please any questions? Please put in the comments. Sorry, I keep saying comments, but it's live chat. I'll get some more water. So currently it's 12:28. I maybe one of you have any questions. Oh, how many oxygen is? So there is currently so little amount. Okay, so basically, you know how the atmosphere is 1% of the atmosphere is 1% thick as on Earth, right? But now think about the atmosphere is less around like 0.01% of 0.01% oxygen of a 1% thick atmosphere like Earth. So little. There is nobody piloting this rocket. There is no person. It's a machine or rover. Okay. None of you. So basically, it's almost 12:30 now. It's 12:30 p.m. So at 12:50, it's gonna start the 7 minutes of terror, and then we can hear the audio once it starts 12:50. We can hear the audio of it landing. So you will be able to hear the audio of it landing at around 12:50. But it could land. It could start landing at 12:48. Okay, but I'll be back. I'll be back in a less. I'll be back in a minute. I just need a. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on. I just want to check. Okay, I am back. It's gonna. Okay, so if any of you have any questions, it'll be around 30 minutes roughly. Not 20. I mean, sorry. I mean around 20, 18. Around 18 more minutes. Oh, hold on. Just the camera just started sneaking for a little while. What? So on the rovers, if the rovers are about to land in like 18 minutes, so if any friends you want to send this, any friends like any friends, family, can you please share them this video and then please share them this video because the rovers are about to land in 18 minutes. So if any friends, anybody watches the rovers will land in 18 minutes, please send it to them and then they can watch it. They can see it and then in the. By now, probably when I said this in 17 minutes. Never mind, it is 17 minutes when I said it. What? Anyway. Okay, so. It'll be 18 minutes, and after the rover lands, I'll still be here for maybe around 10-20 minutes for any questions. But yeah, this is a really big event. This is really huge. I think you can hear an echo, so just let's echo it a little off. So this is a humongous event. I think he's talking about 7 minutes of terror, but I'll check.
mistakes. And what are the possible...
Nope, they're not talking about 7 minutes of terror. This is getting exciting. Message retracted. So it was launched in Florida. A pad A39. A pad 39A. Only one person is watching. I guess that person is me. Oh wait, no. Other person was still watching this too. But if you have any, if you have like any family, friends who stare the seasons land in around 16 minutes, please stare to them so you can see it. Normally I would have school now. School. How big is the rover's 2.2 meters tall. If you have anybody to share it with, or like anybody wanted to see it, or just share them to now, because 15 minutes and counting. Pre-line. Okay, this is the pre-line simulation. This is what I was talking about, the solar panel. So they're gonna ditch that. Oh no, it's not landing now, isn't it? No, it'll be 7 minutes of terror landing. Yeah. Okay.
That's the pyrotechnic system that was powering off the cruise stage devices. And these are the things in the cruise stage that we no longer need.
So basically,
explode the devices.
Okay, so in 3 minutes, 15 seconds, we're gonna start the 7 minutes of terror. But if it's anybody, please tell them immediately. They're starting 7 minutes of terror in like 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Just tell anybody 3 minutes and 15 seconds, so you can really. So basically, what they're talking about is basically gonna start the 7 minutes of terror. Basically, gonna release the solar panels really soon. I think you can hear me properly, but then here really soon. If anybody to hear say it's just gonna launch really soon. You can hear me, but you can hear me properly, or is this or you're talking too loud, but you can hear me properly, right?
We're currently 12.5 minutes on entry interface. We are coming upon cruise stage separation in
2 minutes and 20 seconds until the. How long it's 1.5 years. Okay, but get ready. I might not really respond for comment because the 7 minutes of terror is about to happen, and it's So it's so basically this is how basically in around 2 minutes it's about to begin it's about to begin the landing game in around 2 minutes. So everybody, if anybody send it quickly. Send it to friends, family very quickly. Gonna land really soon, really soon. 2 minutes just. Well, actually gonna release a solar panel, but after that, I'm gonna begin the 7 minutes of terror. Well, actually, after that, there'll be 1 minute after the 7 minutes of terror, but you know what I mean. 7 minutes of terror starting soon. Oh, never mind. There's 11 seconds. So actually, the time is gonna be more than a minute. It's actually gonna be 11 minutes actually. But I just hear the audio on here for very low volume, so maybe we can hear like the we can basically hear Missing Control talking. So I mean, maybe a few people want to watch that. So okay, so basically, first of all, I'll be talking on example of Apollo. You have one person, but I'll be talking on example for the Apollo missions. But hold on, mute this then. But I'll be talking about the examples of the Apollo mission. But basically, Apollo mission, basically an ISS. 20 vaccines have been developed and over 2,000 spinner technologies have been developed. Because without NASA, I would not be able to record this. So yeah, it's quite important. And over 2,000 other technology, including a lot of them about healthcare, which is quite important now. Okay, so it's about to separate. Currently but separated. Actually was separated 20 minutes ago, because actually it's separated. It's actually the signal separates. It takes signal 20 minutes to reach us. So actually, if we're showing, oh yes, it's separated. Yes. Okay. Good. Yay. We have indication that cruise stage separation has been confirmed by the spacecraft. So that means it has been. That means the rover is alive or not. The rover is on the surface of Mars, or it's not, because it could have be on Mars or not, because it takes 20 minutes to send a signal and it's 7 minutes of terror, so it could have been on the Mars now. But anyway, but you currently have around 8 minutes to send. You have around 8 minutes to send any family, person, or relative of this thing. So you could please be very appreciated if you send them. So, 6 people watching. Yes. This is the highest number. So thank you for all the 6 people who are watching. So currently we are about in 7 minutes until they begin. Until 7 months. So, if any of you 6 people have a question, please put it in the chat and all that stuff. Anyway, I have any question I'll be answer. And okay, so basically what they're saying is the cruise stage have been developed or has been released, or the solar panels have been released so far. Okay. It's loading. Okay. You can see in the bottom corner exactly how many more. In the bottom corner, you can see exactly how many more minutes until the 7 minutes of terror begins. So it's currently 1,900 miles away from the landing site. Altitude is around 810 miles. Rapidly increasing. Velocity is now 10,647 miles per hour. Velocity is actually quite slow. It said to last at 12,600 miles per hour. Did this only happen? Because it said it will land at 12,600 miles per hour when it hits the atmosphere. Is it perfect? Or is it purposely? Oh no, those 2 people went away. So the benefits are like basically for example, I'm taking the iPhone ISS. 20 vaccines have been developed, and over 2,000 technologies would have been developed. One of those technologies is the Western Union. I would not be able to record this if it wasn't for NASA. So yeah. 3 people watching now. It's gonna land in like 7. It's gonna start landing in 7 minutes. So if anyone has any question, please put them now. And then anyone you want to share this with, please share them right now. Then please share it to anybody you want. If they watch, it'll mean quite a lot to me. Sorry, hold on. That's on the unmute button. Yes, it is. It's sending now. So we'll just get ready for 6 minutes until atmosphere re-entry. For 1 minute, I won't be able to answer your question. Just give me. I'll just. So basically what they're saying is that the atmosphere re-entry is happening soon. What happened? No. What? No. Oh, that was close. That was really close. Oh, that's too close. It was so close. But currently we're in 4 minutes until it lands. That was too close. Good thing it's not happening. I mean, good thing, that was way too close. So, it was launched from LCA pad 39A. So anyway, we'll just maybe, okay, now I'll just maybe here you can hear some missing control audio.
Has reported that it's ready to receive the signal from Perseverance. It should be in a few minutes here. We're just from entry interface.
Okay, basically it's gonna start in 4 minutes. Anybody you want to send this to, please send it now, because it's really if we're gonna anybody here, just please send them now, and it's gonna send them now. It's literally gonna wait a minute. It's gonna land in like 3 minutes. So if any people want to send it, please save it them. It land in just 3 minutes. It will mean a lot to me. So yeah, okay. So all you 5 people are gonna land in 3 minutes, or gonna land in just not land, but you're gonna start the 7 minutes of it's gonna be atmosphere reentry or entered Mars in just 3 minutes. So it's gonna be really thing. And this time we're gonna have cameras everywhere. You can see the cameras of when they deploy the parachutes, cameras when they deploy the heat shield, 2 microphones. You can hear the entire thing. It'll just be really nice. It'll be really nice. And this was never done before, so it's like new. So it'll be really nice. It'll be really cool to watch. But if any of you 5 people have anybody you want to share to, share them now, because it's gonna land in 2 minutes. Okay, so this is missing control audio. So far Perseverance is sending a signal that it's perfectly okay. Basically they're good to land. They're receiving good to land. So basically 2 minutes until launch. 2 minutes. If anyone is here, do send it quickly, because 2 minutes until launch, and it will mean quite a lot to me. So just 2 minutes until launch, please. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense now. So there's 1 minute and 30 seconds and counting. T minus 1 minute and 30 seconds counting. It's gonna land. If anybody share it, send it. If anybody to share it with, please share it quickly, because it's gonna land so soon. It's literally so soon. Let's go. Oh, okay. Come on. Share it. You have share it to any friend. Just share it quickly. It's literally gonna land in like a minute. Okay, come on. I'll increase the audio. We can maybe hear the audio when it lands.
We have confirmation that the reconnaissance orbiter is now relaying data from Perseverance. We're about 30 seconds from entry interface. Perseverance is going about 5.2 kilometers per second and is about 190 kilometers altitude above the surface.
Okay, come on, land successfully. Enter the atmosphere. Come on, you can do this. Okay, that's okay. So basically, this is the animation. But once they deploy the parachute, it will not be an animation anymore, and you will be able to see everything properly. So in this once they release the parachute, it's happening really soon. Enter. It entered the atmosphere. Okay, it's entered. Enter. Okay, it entered the atmosphere. The hair crater is targeting. It entered the atmosphere.
They have confirmation of entry interface.
Yes. Okay, it's entering. Thank you. If any questions, please put in the comments. I probably in a live chat. I'll probably be able to answer them. What will first rocket do? So basically, the first thing I'll be doing is take a picture of a success. Basically, So basically, the speed is in the corners because the speed is always updating really quickly. The speed is updating really quickly, so I won't be able to see speed. But once they saw the animation, they saw the animation already. Oh, excuse me. Oh, once they saw the animation, you can see it in the corner. I already saw the animation, but come on.
Atmosphere on the Perseverance entry capsule. Our current velocity is about 5.36 kilometers per second and an altitude of about 67 kilometers from the
So it hits. Okay, so it's already in atmosphere. It's 2 plus now. So basically, there's 400 kilograms of fuel. Acceleration minus 32 meters per second. Oh, 3 people watching only. If any of those 6 people any of those extra 3 people who are watching before, could you watch it now? Because this is completely live, 100% live.
We have indications that Perseverance is now performing.
This is 100% live, so you should really watch this.
Are the steps in order to control its distance to the landing target?
Okay.
Perseverance has just passed through.
How does my voice sound really now?
That has indicated that.
Okay, so the altitude is 19 kilometers away. It's Mach 10. The speed is 2,361 meters per second, or AKA, or 2.3 kilometers per hour, kilometers per second. But anybody seriously could you say it because it's landing live, so it's like they would like to see this kind of. They would like to see this, like the cameras, like in like just in 2 minutes. Not in 2 minutes, but once you reach the parachute, that'll be really fun to see. As 22 megapixel cameras deploy the parachute. And it's the biggest parachute ever used for like this kind of mission. So yes.
Is going about 1 kilometers per second.
Well, okay, so it's 1,000 meters per second, basically.
16 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have entered heading alignment.
Okay.
Which means Perseverance is no longer trying to control the distance to Mars, but to the target on Mars, but instead is flying straight to the target.
Okay, 3 people are. Yes, it is extremely exciting. So currently, they have around 400 kilograms of fuel remaining. Oh, come on. Do it. Land. Altitude is around. Okay, they're receiving the data.
Velocity is about 550 meters per second and an altitude of about 15 kilometers from the surface.
Okay.
Cameras reporting good telemetry.
Hold on, just
We are coming upon the straighten up. We are starting the straighten up and fly right maneuver, where the spacecraft will jettison the entry valve master in preparation for parachute.
You can put here on the line. You can only in here, but not here.
No, Mom, because they're just No, Mom. Okay. Oh, okay. It landed. Okay. So basically, they opened the parachutes, which means now you can hear the 2 microphones on the camera.
Both the radar and the cameras to get their first look at the surface. Current velocity.
So basically, the reason I'm putting this thing is now you'll be because I'm receiving the data. But I'll make it more quieter. But the reason I put on this thing is because you'll be able to hear it, and you'll be able to hear the when they deploy the parachute, the Perseverance rover has two cameras. I mean, they have two microphones on here, so you'll be able to hear the audio of it falling when it's falling down. So that's the reason I put it up, increase at the volume of this. But I don't think. Okay, is the audio coming? No, there's still, for some reason, it's still not showing that the audio of it's coming down for some reason. Okay, the reason I know. Okay, hold on. The reason this is coming in chunks, you might have question about this. It's not that this is slow or anything like this. That is just when it receives data, it's just receiving the data like this. So it's actually NASA's problem, not mine actually. But yeah. No, it's not landed, but it's about to land. It's like, okay, there's 7 minutes of terror. Okay, where's the... We promised cameras when they deployed the parachute. Told us we put cameras, we can see this thing live in 22 megapixel cameras. Where is the 22 megapixel cameras? Okay. For some reason, I also wants the 22 megapixel cameras, but okay, now starting deacceleration is normal. One person's watching. That one person, if you want to send it to anybody else now, because oh, okay, this is Skype I'm talking about. It's okay, it's landing. Okay, connected. The rocket booster. Come on. Yes. It landed, right? It did, right? Didn't it? Landed, right? Yes, it landed. Yes, we have confirmation. We have confirmation of it landing. Yes, we have confirmation. It landed successfully. Yes. It landed on Mars. Yes. That was a land. But you promised us 22 megapixel cameras live and microphones. Where was those things? Seriously. No. Oh, no. No. Oh, sorry. I just accidentally... Well, where is it? Seriously. Told us that we're going to have cameras. Where? You promised that. But you just said you'll have cameras watching this thing live. I guess what happened with the cameras? Those cameras failed to activate? Nah, that can't be what happened. So yes, it did land. Yes, it has landed on Mars. The Perseverance rover. Now I'm guessing we're waiting for the first photograph. It landed. Here, let's just hear whatever she's talking about. Yeah. Congrats. Oh, they sent the first photograph. Yes. They sent it as the first photograph. For some reason, black and white. Or it could still just be loading. But anyway, they sent us the first photograph. That's what I said. The first thing I will do is take a photograph. I'm correct. Yes. But you promised 22 megapixel camera, seriously. Congrats, please, on all engineers. But I wondered the first. This is the first. They had 22 cameras. Some of them were black and white, but this was camera the first fastest one to activate. So of course they use this camera. So I guess they take a picture, and that's what I said. I said the first thing they do is take a picture. But this it landed. You can see all our Martian surface. I really want to see some pictures with that 22 megapixel camera. They have the Mars rover has one 22 meg. I think maybe multiple, but they definitely do have at least one 22 megapixel camera on there. I can't wait to see a photograph from that. That'll be such a clear photo of Mars. All the other curiosity images were not great. Okay, so any of you 5 people who are watching, you're kind of a little late. It already landed on Mars. But if you have any questions, please put it in the comments. I'll be ending this in around 1:10. I'll be ending this. I'll be ending this in 5 minutes. But if any of you have any questions, this is like your last opportunity to ask questions. Tapped. Say landing. Oh, they sent 3 photographs. Sent 3 photographs. Okay, come on. Make 22 megapixel camera. Take a picture of that. Yes. So that means yes, it takes 20 minutes to send a signal from Earth to Mars. So that means it actually landed around 20 minutes before it sent a signal. It sent a signal, it took 20 minutes to reach to Earth. So that means it actually took 20 minutes. So basically, when we were chanting about the 7 minutes terror starting, it actually had landed for over 13 minutes. Because it takes 20 minutes to send a signal at the speed of light, which is the fastest thing in the universe. It just takes time to send a signal, so that's why it's But anyway, any of you 5 people have any questions, I'll end this thing at around 1:05 p. I end this at 1:05 p.m. I'm sorry. I end this in 3 minutes. So it started shaking a little bit, but don't know why. But anyway, I'll end this in around 3 minutes. Anyway, have any questions? Please put it in the chat. Yes, that answer. Well, actually, it's more with 20 minutes for a round trip. Actually, but it takes around 12 minutes to send a signal, so 24 minutes for a round trip. So yes, but then I definitely missed one. Yes. No, I don't. So I'll end this in 2 minutes. If any of you 4 people have any questions, you can put in the comments. In the live chat. But okay, if any of you 5 people, I'll end this in 2 minutes. But if I'm ending this in 2 minutes, but you can have any questions, please put it in the comments because I'll end this in around I'll end this in 2 minutes. So please put in the comments. Wow. Okay, so I'll stay on here for around 1 more minute until I land. So you 5 people can just helicopter start. That's actually I don't know. NASA didn't release anything when it's gonna start, but hopefully maybe tomorrow. So that's the answer. Okay, so it's okay. This is your last This is like your last opportunity to put any questions, comments, live chat. You can ask any question in space or space related or like perseverance or curiosity. But any questions, please put in the comments. But if not, okay, you're welcome. So okay, but I'll be ending this thing now. But thank you for watching this live stream. Thank you a lot, and thank you to my 24 subscribers and all my viewers. Just thank you a lot. But now I'll be ending this. So bye.